Good morning, this is Sarah, your healthy carnivore in the UK, on day 149 days of my last ever carnivore restart. If you don't know me, I found carnivore back in December 2014. Had a bumpy, scenic journey, sometimes doing it, sometimes not. And then on the 22nd of July, earlier this year, I made the ultimate commitment that I was never ever going back. You've got me in the carnivore space permanently, and healing is going to happen for me, and I'm just never going to go back. I was just done with being bumpy, scenic, and desperate and struggling and being left behind. Though I would highly recommend, if you don't know how to get to 30 days, I think my 120-day video is pretty good. I'm going to link that in the description on tomorrow's video, because I think the 120-day video was very concise, no mumbling, and I think I said some good points. I watched it back yesterday and thought, no, that was actually okay. I got it all done in that video. So tomorrow you'll get 150-day how to get there video, and then in the description also my other versions of how to get there, so that you can hear it said in different ways. I also recommend Mitch from Old Guy Carnivore, because he has some of the best 30-day how to get started videos in the business, in my opinion. Though tomorrow is also a special day in that I have decided to bring forward, I have made the ultimate commitment. I've been faffing around. Do I do it? Do I not do it? But I'm going to start lying tomorrow for 21 days. I'm not committing to 30 days or any longer. I'm committing to 21 days. I can do that. Most of that time I'll be off work. And as you know, if you've been following me on my channel for ages, you'll know that I'm really good at doing lion diet when I'm off work. And then as soon as I get back to work and I'm busy, everything really goes to pot. My eating becomes more erratic. The amounts that I eat become more erratic. Sometimes I'll eat loads. Other days, I'll hardly eat anything at all. And it's not deliberate. It's just, we've had a lot going on, busy at work, and I just mess about. I went to the Carnivore conference on Saturday, and somebody did say to me there, I think you're not eating enough. And I said, do you know what? You're absolutely spot on. And it's not a deliberate choice I'm making. I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to start counting the amounts I eat and moderating what I eat. It's just that when we do carnivore, we are less hungry and less craving than what we would have been on mixed diet. And sometimes we can get ourselves in a bit of a busy, hectic state. And there have been times when I knew I was a little bit hungry and couldn't be bothered to eat, because I knew with carnivore it'd be easier to ride it out. And that wasn't a deliberate I'm going to eat less thing. I know I need to eat more. It's been my biggest fault over the last 10 years and has probably contributed to me falling off the wagon more than once, not looking after myself, not prioritizing my needs. So tomorrow I'm upping my game. Tomorrow is day 1 of lion diet. I will make a separate short video as well. When I say short, it's not going to be uploaded as a short. I'm going to make a series of small little videos, one each day, and then link them all together again and say, this is what happened in my 21-day lion diet experiment. This is the weight I was at the beginning. This is the weight I was at the end. And this is how I got on. And I'll upload that as one big video. Obviously, going forward, doing it longer than 21 days would be amazing, but I can't promise that, because as soon as I get back to work, all the old erratic, not looking after myself properly routine will begin again. It's annoying, but it's the way it is. So from now, I'm going to commit to 21 days, which starts Wednesday, the 18th of December, and will finish a couple of days after I'm back at work, because I feel as though there's a really good possibility I'll be going back to pork belly, chicken thighs, bacon, eggs, salmon, prawns, you know, the whole lot. As long as I'm only eating things that come from an animal, though, I'm not going to be beating myself up anytime soon. My body can still heal in that way, but I do know that doing lion diet is the only way that I can see that I can lose some weight. Last summer I did lion diet for a while, quite successfully, and I actually managed to get my weight down to 10 pounds less than what it is today. And if I had kept going, I probably would be looking pretty good by now. So I know that lion diet is where it's at. I know a lot of carnivore influencers, including Kerry and many others, that say they only really lost weight during the lion phases. So And I know that that is true for me too. So tomorrow, Wednesday, the 18th of December, will be day one of a 21-day Lion Diet thing. I am going to do it because I don't have a massive family. I don't have any big social events. The only one I've got is going round to my mother-in-law's on Boxing Day. They're getting on a bit now. There won't be much there. They don't really care. They hate catering. There won't be anything super special on the table. A couple of frozen sausage rolls and maybe a couple of slices of cucumber, and that's going to be it. So it's not like I'm going somewhere where you're getting some amazing chef that brings out all these incredible dishes that are all just delightful. I'm going to eat 2 or 3 ribeye steaks before I go around there, and I'm just going to sit there, drink water, and just ride the day out. And if they don't like that I'm not eating their cucumber and sausage rolls, that's on them. I'm not eating them. So that's pretty straightforward. So yes, tomorrow marks 21 days of Lion Diet. Like I said, I'm going to document it. I'm going to weigh myself every day on that 21 days. I'm going to do a tiny video to talk about it. And then those videos will be edited together into one 21-day Lion Diet experiment video special. Did she get any weight off? Did she not? This will also be interesting because the last time I did a Lion Diet, I did lose like 3 pounds in not long. And those 3 pounds have stayed off. So it's not like it was just inflammation. I think there was some fat loss as well because I had very strong ketones, very strong ketone breath. So if you are someone that does struggle to lose weight on carnivore or keto or anything like that, if you haven't yet explored a few weeks of Lion, give it a go because my body responds incredibly well to Lion. The only reason I don't do it all the time is because for me it's still pigeonholing myself too much into a tight commitment. I just want to just eat all the animals and live. Will I end up Lion permanently one day? Who knows? Now that we're at the end of the video, not many people will get this far. It's only going to be the people that follow me all the time that have got this far. I was at the Carnivore conference and it was amazing. But as predicted, I was one of the largest people in the room. I was mentally prepared for that. I'm not saying this in a negative way. It was purely observational. I thought to myself, normally when I go to anything, I'm normally kind of average, not the skinniest, not the biggest, but go to a carnivore event. Those talkers at the front were really lean and healthy. And that is a good thing. I am not saying anything bad here. I am just saying watching them and listening to them helps me understand I'm on the right track. Helps me understand that I definitely want to keep going with this so that I can be like that. It was you'd think I'd look at them and just be horribly jealous. No, I thought it was brilliant. It was a beautiful sight, seeing people sitting and standing there and talking. And they're not in their 20s, they're older than their 20s. Alex is in his 60s, so is Coach Stephen. And they are in peak physical condition. No medications, peak physical health. And I was just in awe of them, thinking, Sarah, this is what you can achieve now that you have stopped messing about. This is now your future. And it will come. Because I've not met someone that's done carnivore for 10 years and they're still carrying on to weight. So it's going to come for me. When I get that ultimate body, I don't know. But it's going to come. And I think, and a couple of photos came through to my communication via WhatsApp, where there was a photo of me up against some of the others. And I'm not going to show it here because I don't think humiliating myself in public is really going to help. I knew it was going to be the case. I know what I need to do. I don't need to put that photo in there, but I have stored those photos. I have stored the photos of me looking curvier than the others. They're gone into my before picture archives that will get released when the weight's gone. So when that bikini picture comes out of me in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, whenever that's going to be, because it will come, I just don't know when, All of these before pictures that have been taken of me can then be released. If you are just starting your journey, or if you've made it all the way to this part and you are considering starting in January, don't delete those photos. At some point over Christmas, you're probably going to have a photo taken of you that you hate. Possibly. Might not, but you might. Don't delete it. Put it somewhere safe. Put it on a cloud somewhere. Save it in a private Faces book album somewhere. And then in the future, you can refer back to it and say, look how far I've come. Because there will be the bikini shot from me. I just don't know when. But I thought I'm not going to put that picture in this video because, one, I really don't have time to do much editing at the moment. And two, it feels like an exercise in humiliation, which is not helpful. But I will promise you that I will release that photo at a later date when I've got the results I want. I'm hoping that this 21-day lion diet will result in some further fat adaptation, some fat loss that actually stays off, some inflammation loss, and whatever I lose in that 21 days, I'm hoping most of it will stay off moving forwards. And then in half term and at Easter, I'll probably do more lion. But let's just do these 21 days. I'm not going to think a single day forward than that. Let's do these 21 days. Though what is interesting before I go, I think it's amusing. You may do, you may not. On the first day back at school on the 6th of January, we're having a sharing lunch. This time it's catered. They're going to cater for us, and they've told us that they're serving jacket potatoes and salad. So they've asked everyone that's going to be there on that day to fill in some online form with their dietary requirements. And it says, please fill in your dietary requirements, whether you are vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, halal. Absolutely no mention, as per bloody usual, of a lower carb, keto, or meat heavy based. Never. In 10 years, I've never gone to a cafe or restaurant or food outlet where there's been the option to have a lower carb option. Never. We're always penalised. And if you do want it, you have to really, really beg for it and pay through the nose for it. And you still might not get it because they'll probably still cook it in seed oils. So I actually did fill in the form. When it said dietary requirements, I put carnivore diet. Nothing's going to get made for me. And even if it does, I'm probably not going to eat it. And my plan is actually to take in 2 huge cold ribeyes. And literally, when everyone's eating their jacket potato and salad, I'm going to be sitting there. And I'm going to eat it in quite a primal way. I'm going to annoy them. I'm going to rip it apart and eat it like as if I am a lion, and I don't care. Because I'm in quite a good position in my job at the moment. I don't think I'm going to be sacked anytime soon. So I don't think I'm going to be sacked for eating a load of ribeye and in a primal way. I do know we have one vegan in the school who's going to be absolutely disgusted. Oh yeah. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with my hair today. I think this is a shadow. Oh gosh, I thought it was a shadow. It turns out it actually is hair. Well, I'm not rerunning it. I haven't got time. So, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Oh, I did have some sweet treats delivered to my classroom yesterday. One of the other members of staff in the school has made sweet treats for every member of staff in the school. I got my special box. I'm not going to tell you what was in it, but I have handed it to one of my work colleagues who said, are you really not going to have any sugar over Christmas? No, I'm not going to have any sugar over Christmas. But what about vegetables on Christmas Day? And I said, what about vegetables on Christmas Day? She said, you're not going to have any? I said, no, because I've barely eaten a single vegetable in 10 years. I'm not going to start now. She said, well, I think vegetables have a lot of value. And I said, well, I don't think they have any value. And she said, well, I trust the science. And I said, what science? I said, I think it's all corrupt. She said, I don't. I said, well, I do. So I'm going to be having ribeye and And that's it, really, because I'm not going to bother with mince. I'm not going to bother with beef mince, ground mince on Christmas Day. Sometimes I might supplement a ribeye with some mince on the side. But for those 3 days, I'm pulling out all the stops, and the budget's going to be trashed because it's going to be ribeye all day. That's my plan. That's my plan. I was considering having a bit of turkey, but that's cancelled. Cancelled. Lion diet, 21 days, done. And you wait, on the 6th and 8th of January, there will be a 21-day lion diet experiment video released. So tune in tomorrow for day 150, where I talk about how I got to 150 days and what I did in those first 60 days to get me through. Check out Mitch Old Guy Carnivore's channel, who will also give you a great selection of 30-day videos and how to get to 30 days. It was down to him and his 2 simple bits of advice that I got here. Ditch the scales, eat meat like it's your job. 2 really simple rules that got me here. And I'm not going back. So I'm going to go now. Super busy day. No sun. You take care of yourself. Eat your meat, drink your water. And doing your best looks different every day. And I didn't think I had anything to say, and I talked to you for nearly 17 minutes. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in. See you tomorrow. Bye.